Markets propped by the Magnificent Seven stock still. Today is December 9th, and welcome to the weekend. And you're listening to the Arbitrage Weekend News, and I'm your host, Darin Harper, bringing you 3 things you need to know for the weekend, 3 interviews that include Word of the Year, Worldly Food, and Financial Deep Dive with Daniel, Tax Harvesting. We have a bonus blog titled, The Do's and Don'ts of Decking the Halls for a Party. Also, check out the winner and loser this week in the market. S&P, NASDAQ, and Dow all algorithm to a 0.4% gain Friday as the pumpy Dumpty stays on the wall. The 10-year is around 4.23, and WTI crude down to the low 71s. So here's 3 things. For the first time, the U.S. has approved a gene editing treatment, this one for sickle cell disease. The treatment, named Gascovy, uses CRISPR technology and will cost $2.2 million per patient. Do you accept cash or credit? Problems for Hunter. Hunter Biden has been charged with 9 new tax-related charges, including failure to pay taxes, evasion of assessment, and false or fraudulent tax returns. This just addresses his taxes. And the third thing is the usual bigs for next week or possible market movers. On Monday, we have the 10-year note auction. That always moves them. Tuesday is the core CPI 30-year bond auction. Again, moves them. Wednesday and Thursday are 2 big days, which Wednesday has Great Britain's GDP, US PPI, US crude oil inventories, Fed interest rate decision and statements, and the New Zealand GDP. Thursday is Switzerland's interest rate decision, the Bank of England interest rate decision, European deposit facility rate, and ECB rate decisions. You have the U.S. retail sales and U.S. initial jobless claims and a European press conference. So really busy Wednesday and Thursday. And lastly, Friday, we end the week with U.S. S&P Global Services. Trade while you're sleeping across time zones with Arbitrage Trade Assist. Sign up today at arbitragetrade.com. Arbitrage Trade is your trusted source for business, finance, and tech info.
I'm just texting him back.
I'm just posting a story.
I'm just changing the song.
No. When it comes to distracted driving, just don't. Sending a text takes your eyes off the road for just 5 seconds, but in that time, your car can travel the length of an entire football field. Any distracted driving just isn't worth it.
Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Hello, Caroline. How are you doing today?
Doing all right. How about you, Royce?
Pretty good. Got my nice Christmas sweater on, so I'm feeling kind of snazzy. What are we talking about today?
So, it's December.
Yes,
It's
absolutely.
close to the end of the year, and so all the lists are coming out with their things of the year.
Oh,
right?
Okay. Hey, all right. So what has made the things of the year this year?
Today we are talking about Merriam-Webster Dictionary's Word of the Year.
Word of the year. All right, I got to hear this. Is it like Guinness Book of World Record worthy?
No. So let's make a distinction. This is not like the new words that they're adding to the dictionary. That's another list that they also come out with.
Oh, okay.
But this is based on their word that has dominated searches and lookup volume on the website.
Oh, okay.
So kind of what word was looked up.
So
the
what's the
most.
buzzword or catchphrase?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
What we got? Pumpkin spice?
Not this year. No. Authentic.
Authentic. Okay.
Yes. Authentic. So, we think about things that have happened the year, things that we've had on our blog and on the podcast from different, those of us, here in the company.
Yeah.
You've got the deep fake videos, AI, the writer's strike.
AI. Yes. Okay.
It's getting harder and harder to separate fact from fiction.
Yes.
So a lot of people have been looking up authentic. And so the editor-in-chief of this Merriam-Webster's dictionary was talking to the Associated Press, is that what we realize is that when we question authenticity, we value it even more.
Yes.
So when you start trying to separate that out, celebrities have had books coming out. Prince Harry had a book. Britney Spears had a book.
But did they write them or did someone write them for them? Is it authentic?
Well, they're saying that it's their authentic story.
Okay. Okay.
That kind of thing. Some other words that jumped in popularity that was not chosen as the word of the year, but that were searched, can kind of go along with it. Deep fake was one that was searched a lot. Riz was searched.
Okay.
Ask your 13-year-old.
Yeah.
And dystopian was also
What?
a word that
That
jumped
just
up.
jumped up in popularity this year.
Yes, this year that did. And also thinking about content creators, and I feel that now I'm older, so I'm a little behind on the
You're not that
trends.
old.
Well, I feel it.
Now, Darin.
That right, gotta watch out for him. Things, TikTok and Reels, these content creators, and how much of that is authentic and how much of it is paid, and how much are they pretending to be authentic? And just trying to get that balance. Any guesses as to what some of the previous words of the year could have been?
Mufasa.
No. Think about the year 2020. What might have been a word of 2020? Pandemic was the 2020, because some people hadn't really heard of pandemic before.
Yeah.
2021 word of the year.
Vaccine.
Yes.
Aha!
Ding, 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 ding. 2021 word of the year was vaccine, and last year, 2022.
Mandate?
This one took me by surprise. No. Last year was gaslighting.
Oh, okay. I've heard that. Yeah.
Especially after pandemic and vaccine, then gaslighting and now authentic. So,
okay.
There you have
it.
We
get some authentic gaslighting as we try not to talk about the pandemic or the vaccine.
There you go.
No. Okay. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Caroline. Thank you so much for being here, guys. If you want to read more about this, go to arbitragetrade.com/blog. Thanks again.
See ya.
They are our cuddlers and coworkers, purr machines and love bugs, and constant companions. They are our pets, our family, and they make life so much better. When we face unexpected challenges in life, so do our pets. That's why we're on a mission to support people who love their pets and the pets who love their people, ensuring these families stay exactly where they belong, together. And you have something to offer. With an open heart and mind, there is nothing you can't do. There's no gesture too small or too big when it comes to helping. Whether donating a bag of kibble, sharing an Instagram post of a lost cat, or welcoming a foster pet into your home, every bit of kindness counts. You can help keep pets and people together. Visit petsandpeopletogether.org to learn how to be a helper in your community. This has been a public service announcement brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
All right, Darin, lay it on me. What are we eating for December?
Everything.
Everything.
From every country in the world.
All right, I'm in. How do I get invited to that?
I don't know. We just start in New Orleans and work our way around.
Man, okay. I'm on board.
That's your country.
Man, I know in December, like basically a lot of people have Christmas, but some people have Kwanzaa, some people have I think it's Yom Kippur. I think there's like
tomorrow.
Maybe
Hanukkah.
Yeah, Hanukkah. You're right, Hanukkah. So there are a lot of basically holidays that are going on in the month of December that aren't just Christmas, but maybe religious based, or if it is, great. If it's not, I'm a foodie. I will make an excuse to be there.
Well, you saying this reminds me of, I used to go to Disney a lot, and the Epcot festivals they have with all the food.
Oh man, and yes, the tours.
You go to each, yes, the food tour,
the food tour.
Yes, that's what this blog reminds me of.
Hey, this blog is there to make sure that if you want to try something from another country, we've even included the recipe for you. So it looks pretty good, and I've read a little bit about it, and I've wrote a little bit about it. Obviously, like there's the seven fish. I think that's an Italian holiday, and basically it's based on like the Catholic and Catholicism not being able to eat meat certain days, so they basically have all these neat fish dishes. And if you're Episcopalian, hey, this might be right up your alley.
Not Episcopalian, but
no.
Oh, okay.
No. All right. I see what you did there.
I did. Every opportunity.
That was horrible.
So
I love it.
Yes, I know you did. You resemble that remark. Okay. So a lot of these are like back to your roots and back to the cultures, and it's kind of a comfort thing that during the holidays people revert to, and it's the food that they enjoy.
Yeah, and lots of breads, lots of fish, lots of meat. I may have to write a dessert blog next, because these things have me hungry, and I want to try to basically make them all, everything from the Stalin to the lutefisk, the Swedish fish dish. So it reminds me of Frozen and basically, Oaken's Lodge. So yeah, why not? Why not?
Was it Buffett that said it's dinner time somewhere?
It's dinner time somewhere, and I will have firsts and seconds, maybe even thirds, depending on how good the food is. And since I do like to eat and I do like to cook, I'm gonna have to maybe even try it, and I might even bring some to work just to experiment on you guys.
I'll be waiting for the Royce Wells recipe book.
Hey,
coming soon.
And you can buy my book. And forget the bands. We got food here.
Download on Amazon Books. There is, I always try to bring a quote now.
Okay. Yes. Okay, what quote do you have this week for us?
Mark Twain said this one.
Okay.
He said that part of the secret of success is to eat what you like and let the food fight it out inside.
All right.
There's got to be depth there somewhere. And humor, because he's known for humor.
Being that I am a New Orleans resident and native, I could see that if cayenne gets in there, you might be fighting a losing battle.
A Pepto-Bismol commercial.
Oh my Lanta. All right, this is just getting worse and worse. I'm going to cut this right here. We
need to stop it.
All right. If you guys want to read more about this, go to arbitragetrade.com/blog to read more about these December delicacies and try a recipe. You never know. Thanks again, Darin.
Thanks, Royce.
All right. Bye-bye.
This is your captain. We are going to be experiencing some slight turbulence. Please fasten your... Oh, hold on. Just got a video of my cat.
Imagine the pilot of an airplane was as confident as you are texting and driving. Seems kind of crazy when you put it like that.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org, a message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
I'm Darin, and this is Deep Dive with Daniel. Welcome, Daniel, back to this show. How are you doing, Daniel?
I'm good, Darin. How are you?
I'm awesome. It's good to see you back. We are going to talk about tax harvesting. So why in the world are we talking about farm and agriculture?
And more it has to do with making sure you're utilizing your losses so that at the end of the year, you have the tax advantage of, maybe any bad trades you made throughout the year.
Okay. So it's not a John Deere thing. I got you. It's a tax benefit that we're trying to get before the end of the year and claim losses on stuff that's it's stagnant or something, or how would you identify a stock that needs to be harvested?
Yeah, so I would first look at your portfolio and see what kind of gains do you have throughout the year. Because the magical thing about tax loss harvesting is that it helps you offset gains so that you end up paying less taxes. So maybe you had a position that you thought it was going to go up, but you've been down about 15-20% throughout the year. And you've had a few wins and you want to make sure you don't pay Uncle Sam as much. So you can sell out of those losses, take them, roll into a different position if you think the position might go up in the future, and then in 30 days trade back into that original stock that you held that was at a loss. And that allows you to, one, stay in the market, and two, write off that loss on your taxes.
I got you. So it's not an all or nothing. I mean, you might just trim back your position and take those losses if you think that maybe down the road it'll go back up.
Exactly. And if you own a position that has maybe half of your stock lots are in a loss and the other half are not, you only have to sell those ones that are in a loss. You don't have to sell the entire position. So you can really kind of manipulate how you go about selling that position and managing it.
Gotcha. Well, there is this thing called a wash sale, and I can tell you when I first got in and did a little trading on my own and didn't know anything about it. So can you please tell us about wash sale? Because I'm sure there's lots of those out there that don't understand when they get that message in their broker that says, hey, this is a wash sale.
Yeah, so the wash sale says that two things. You have to, one, make sure that you don't trade back into that original stock you held within 30 days. So, you need to buy and sell on December 1st, and then you can't do it back until December 30th. And then on top of that, you can't sell and buy the same stock. So let's say you own Tesla and you sell it at a loss. You can't sell Tesla and then buy a new lot of that position. You have to sell Tesla, and then, maybe in this case, you find an ETF that tracks electric cars, and you hold that for 30 days, sell out of it, and then buy Tesla back.
So you need a calendar, or you need an app that tells you, hey, you're buying a wash sale right now. So you need either one to keep up with this, or else you're going to get a nice little surprise, right?
Yeah, what we used to do when I worked at a wealth management fund is that we would set a calendar reminder for ourselves, and we would just have a little Excel spreadsheet that said what the stock was, what account it was in, what we sold it at, and the day we sold it, so that we know when we got that calendar reminder that we would just double check, make sure that we were buying the right thing and that we weren't going to buy it back too soon.
Right, right.
It's
and
not
I tell you,
too
like I said,
sophisticated.
yeah, it's not. But I tell you, if you don't know about it, it's what you don't know, right? So I certainly had that happen to me before. So any of our listeners that are out there that are not aware of what a wash sale is and don't have a calendar and don't have a reminder in your broker, definitely make sure you look that up and be careful when you get back into something that you sold. We are not financial advisors, and in this case, I think I need to say we're not tax experts either. And
nope.
Right? Okay, good. We got that disclaimer out of the way. But if you'd like to read about this and a lot of other subjects we have on our website, go to arbitragetrade.com/blog. And thank you, Daniel, for coming back.
Thanks, Darin.
Hey, son, how are you feeling?
I'm fine, Pops.
What's on your mind?
I can't explain it. Navigating without a compass, eyes waiting, started to wonder. Metamorphosis, the loss of who you thought you was.
When your kid can't find the language, help them find the lyrics. Listen to the Sound It Out album and get tips and tools to start a conversation at sounditouttogether.org. Brought to you by Ad Council and Pivotal Ventures.
The do's and don'ts when decking the halls with a party. The festive season is upon us, and with it comes the joyous tradition of Christmas parties. Whether you're hosting a gathering for colleagues, friends, or family, proper planning ensures a merry and memorable event. To ensure your bash goes off without a hitch, let's explore some essential do's and don'ts. For the do's, plan early. The holiday season is a busy time, so securing a venue and booking vendors like caterers or entertainers well in advance is crucial. This allows you to secure your preferred dates and avoid last-minute scrambling. Set a budget and stick to it. Determine your spending limit and allocate funds for various aspects like food, drinks, decorations, entertainment, and venue rental. This ensures you don't overspend and avoids post-party financial stress and blues. Get creative with the decorations. Traditional Christmas decor is always charming, but don't be afraid to add your own personal touch. Use DIY decorations, incorporate natural elements like pine cones and branches, or choose a unique theme for a truly memorable atmosphere. Plan activities and entertainment. Whether it's carol singing, festive games, or a hired entertainer, consider incorporating activities to keep the energy high and encourage interaction among guests. Delegate tasks. Don't try to do everything yourself. Delegate tasks to friends or family members to assist with decorations, food preparation, or cleaning up. This makes the process less stressful and allows you to truly enjoy the party. So now here's some don'ts. Don't wait until the last minute. Procrastination can lead to limited venue availability, increased cost, and rushed planning. Start planning early to ensure a smooth and stress-free experience. Don't overstep your budget. It's tempting to splurge during the holidays, but exceeding your budget can lead to financial strain after the party. Stick to your planned spending and be mindful of unnecessary expenses. Don't overschedule the evening. Leave room for spontaneous conversations, socializing, and enjoying the festive atmosphere. Don't overplan the evening with activities, as this can feel overwhelming for guests. Don't neglect dietary restrictions. Not catering to diverse dietary needs can lead to some guests feeling excluded or unable to enjoy the food. Make sure to offer vegetarian, vegan, and gluten-free options, only with clearly labeling dishes. Don't forget the little details. It's the small things that often make a big impression. Don't forget festive music, candles, personalized touches like name tags and party favors, and a comfortable space for guests to relax and mingle. And lastly, don't be a control freak. Delegate tasks and trust others to contribute. Micromanaging every aspect of the party can lead to stress and frustration for both you and the other helpers. So by following these do's and don'ts, you can ensure your Christmas party is a festive and joyful event that everyone remembers fondly, including you. So relax, get creative, and enjoy the process of planning a celebration filled with holiday cheer.
What is dedication?
My daughter started making necklaces. She makes what we call affirmation fashion. I tell her every day that your black is beautiful. Your black is beautiful. And if there's anything better than being beautiful, it's being smart. And if there's anything better than being smart, it's being kind. And reaffirming that every day is our method of making sure her chin never drops. My dad wasn't around. And I remember riding a bike and falling off and cutting myself, and me never just wanting to get back on it. People ask, how your children learn how to ride a bike, and you didn't. I didn't teach them. I just created an environment where they taught themselves, and all I had to do was be there.
That's dedication. Visit fatherhood.gov to hear more. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Winners and losers, where I pick one winner from the week and one loser from the markets. The first is the loser, MicroAlgo, or MLGO. It develops and delivers central processing algorithm solutions to customers, internet advertisement, gaming, and intelligent chip industries. It's also in the People's Republic of China, and it's also internationally as well. But last Friday's close was around 533. And November 27th, it shot up to $15.50 Thursday after announcing it plans to establish a post-grad training practice base Thursday. And by yesterday, it was in the low twos. Hope you had your seatbelts firmly locked. Many of these Chinese stocks are very unpredictable and risky. And so who was our winner? Well, this week it was Hawaiian Holdings, or HA. Yep, it's Hawaiian Air. Last Friday's close was around $4.85, and it shot up to $14.25 Monday on the announcement. It has stayed above a huge gap created then, as profit-taking has pulled it down a little bit to the mid-13s. The huge surge was created by the announcement that Hawaiian Air was being taken over by Alaska Air for $18 a share. Tune in during the week for Daily Pick of the Days, Monday through Wednesday. Our new feature, Throwback Thursdays, where I show you past big wins from the Pick of the Days. And then on Fridays, we have Fall Down Friday, where I pick a stock that is showing signs of going down. Thank you for joining us today for another edition of Arbitrage Weekend News. You can always find us at arbitragetrade.com and all social media platforms. Enjoy your weekend. Arbitrage Trade Analytics LLC is a privately held research company. Arbitrage Trade Analytics LLC is solely responsible for the preparation and distribution of the contents of this podcast. The opinions offered in this podcast are for informational purposes only and are not intended to function as investment advice. Seek a duly licensed professional for investment advice. For more information about the informational research and services offered by Arbitrage Trade Analytics LLC, please visit arbitragetrade.com.